Welcome to Omaranger004. Please join me on Patreon by Omaranger004. Your small donation helps run the channel.
Breakdown of the Batman trailer, The Bat and the Cat. This movie with every new trailer just looks better and better and wetter and wetter. I'm referring to the flooding in Gotham City and everywhere else. So much detail packed in this trailer, so let's break it down frame by frame for all the clues you missed. Let's get started.
Bruce Wayne,
Sorry.
I wouldn't be bothering you here, but your people keep telling me you're unavailable.
So the trailer opens on the Batmobile. Blue flame bursts from the exposed engine, but also burps out from the hood and the undercarriage. Like this whole car is about to explode. A fiery reflection of this Robert Pattinson Batman himself. His seed pressured with a vengeance. Then Bruce Wayne is approached by Bella Real, the runner-up mayoral contest against Don Mitchell. She's shaming this 1% of her discontinuing the Wayne family legacy of philanthropy. But since this movie seems to be exposing Wayne's history, those financial divestments may actually be the city's best interests. Road signs are all locations from the DC universe. East Gotham Docks and Robinson Bridge, exit Robinson Island, Gotham Docks are great docks used by organized crime in the games. Robinson Park is a poor neighborhood in Gotham City where Selena Kyle lived with her companion Holly Robinson during the No Man's Land storyline. Tri-Corner Yards refers to the Tri-Corner, a triangle-shaped island on the south side of Gotham, connected by 3 bridges where the GCPD is actually located in No Man's Land. Hinkley River could refer to South Hinkley, a downtown borough in the Gotham Knight anthology film, and a location in Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight Rises. Let's move on.
You know, you really could be doing more for this city. Your family has a history of philanthropy, but as far as I can tell, you're not doing anything.
Bruce parks in front of the church for Don Mitchell's funeral, and in the background, on that statue, you can see protesters with signs. Later in the trailer, we actually see these signs more clearly. One reading, lies, lies, lies. Another with the Riddler logo. So apparently, rumors about the mayor's murder as a political assassination by the Riddler have now spread to the broader public, making the Riddler a sympathetic folk hero to many and decades of policies against the local classes of the city. Real mentions Bruce's family as we see a close-up of the Wayne jumping which has this perfect line that just parallels the Alpha Cinemas and other cycle those many of which add his question mark to dots. National International Protocol believe the title of him as an orphan choir boy seated right beside the giant turquoise point to his personal experience with his family, maybe even by a portrait of each of his parents. And now Ashton may have been derived his own so hard. The way Matt Reeves anchors the camera on the bumper of the Batmobile as it hydroplanes and skids to a stop, which is perfectly framed on the part clicking. Matt Reeves actually used a similar camera movement and similar color tone in his amazing swivel shot on the tank in 2014. And then as we cut to black, we hear this sound effect. Like it's a flip of the switch that turned off the lights here. Almost like the bat signal shutting off now that Batman's mission is complete.
Riddler, he's asking for you.
The killer left this for the Batman. Why is he writing to you?
You came. I've been trying to reach you.
So Batman observes the Riddler's basement. I assume this is Edward Ashton's home because behind Batman in the GCPD cop are mannequins strapped up with duct tape and explosive collars like the one we see on District Attorney Joel Coulson, as well as signs that Ashton has previously wallpapered everywhere. A Don Mitchell campaign poster with the eyes scratched out, and to the left, an older Thomas Wayne for mayor poster with murderer written over mayor. Thomas Wayne, murderer. As I deduce from that international trailer, this Riddler seems obsessed with exposing the Wayne family roles in the corruption of the city and Thomas Wayne's false promises of the renewal of Gotham's orphanage system and renewal of the city infrastructure that present-day Mayor Mitchell continued to turn a blind eye to. But we also have to wonder if Ashton might have wanted Batman and the GCPD to find his workshop like this. This is assuming that his very arrest was all part of his carefully laid out plan. The notice on the floor is mentioned a grid of lines and the words "a real change," or should I say "a real change," because this is the slogan of the Real Riddler planted his bombs along the city's seawall. Boom, 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 boom. Now, elsewhere in the room, there's a series of binders labeled DCEDDEE, which could be part of Nashton's cipher organization system, maybe music notes, like the piano lock that the Nolan Batman movies used to enter the Batcave. I don't know, I tried to play these on my keyboard, and nothing happened.
I don't know.
Also beside those are some animal cages, maybe for the rats that went into the torture device that we saw in the international trailer, reminding us of George Orwell's 1984 Room 101, I think was used on Mayor Mitchell, which is why his face was taped up. Rats to kill rats. In addition to a real change pointing to the Riddler's next target, an event hosted by city leader Bella Real, as we see later in the trailer, this may also point to the Riddler's ultimate plan to bring about real change to the city's infrastructure by flooding its streets by bombing the seawall. Remember, the seawall infrastructure was set on that newspaper in the very first teaser. By doing this, it would erase the blocks that the prior city leaders constructed that erased the influence of the Then we see Batman accepting a FaceTime on a phone taped to the handle. So it shows us a rolling chair attached to the studio that is literally black sheet faces style. We actually saw this in the trailer.
If we don't stand up, no one will.
You got a lot of cats.
The bat and the cat.
Ah, yes, the bat and the cat get intimate. And by intimate, I mean the woman's cats have taken a lot of trying to find a second base. Nice. We once again see Bruce in that overhead shot with evidence laid out around him, including the words, "The sins of my father, renewal is a lie." Nearby, that table has a W crest. And now, in the from below shot, this truly does look like the Wayne family mausoleum. And as Selena Kyle flirts with Batman, it looks like she is lapping some milk, naturally. And we see their initial confrontation in that crime scene of Mitchell's penthouse, where in the previous trailer we saw Selena trying to steal something from the safe. Selena sweeps Batman's leg, but in the same motion kicks up at him right as he would be less stable from evading that sweep. Smooth. Apparently this will lead to these two teaming up to investigate this mystery, as we see them riding side by side.
New friend of yours?
I'm not so sure. I'm just here to unmask the truth about this cesspool we call a city. You're part of this truth.
So as Alfred asks about Selena, behind him on the screen is a saucy photo of her as she wears that wig that we've seen her wearing in other shots. This could be some photography taken as blackmail against the mayor that Selena was now. Notice further in the quarterback is an elevator to 12th century exposed image design showing how that is so much over something we turn this from a more system connection entrance. And thank you for style military mask here's down to this as we see one over there. We actually see that later in the trailer there are several of these copycats in this day. Before Batman and Selena are able to stop them. Then a shot of Batman using a UV light to uncover one of the Riddler's markings. And then this shot of the Times Square equivalent of Gotham City. I love this. All the signs. The tallest building is the Gotham Empire building. There's a Holiday Inn Gotham, a Bank of Gotham, the building of the Gotham Tribune, that's the city's newspaper. And then at the bottom, GC1 News. You'll also notice a few screens showing a PSA, addiction to drops is on the rise. With a number of red blood drops with little faces, it seems like a new kind of drug, maybe a dangerous consumer product that is plaguing the city. And then as Batman stands beside the bat signal, behind him in the skyline, you can see the telecom tower for WGOT. That's an independent TV station in the city of Gotham. None.
How am I part of this? Oh, you're really not as smart as I thought you were. Rose away. All these years, you lied to me, Alfred.
Talon-style executioner to help carry out the wishes of that corrupt elite of the city. Confront Alfred about this history, and Alfred might have been part of that cover-up. Moving on.
Those scars, Bruce.
He's still away.
He's involved in this?
No, he's not involved.
How do you know? He's a vigilante!
Okay, more footage of Batman beating down on all those face paint gang members on the elevated train platform. The word Halloween on the wall behind them. But again, the weirdest thing about the scene to me is that it is raining under the roof cover of this platform. So this is either just a super poorly constructed roof in the city slums, left to disrepair, or instead of rain, this could be flooding from the Riddler's destruction of the city, or maybe even some controlled flooding by the city leaders who allowed these undesired neighborhoods of this overall sinking city to get swallowed by the river. And this is just something they have to deal with all the time. Now, then there's this interesting shot of Bruce unmasking his cowl in the Batcave in front of this news screen. We actually saw this same shot at the end of the August 2020 teaser, but now that GC1 screen shows a wide shot of Gotham City instead of a person's face, as it originally was in the first teaser. Maybe they changed it to avoid a spoiler. This could be an in memoriam or something. Then Commissioner Pete Savage chews out Gordon over Batman showing up in the Riddler's clue in the Mayor Mitchell crime scene. He sees one of that curved owl card there. Eventually, the cops will turn on Batman. We see him escaping the cops by firing his grappling gun up the stairwell. If you look closely, you can see that gun ejecting
Under there. What are you hiding?
Selena, don't throw your life away.
Don't worry, honey. Again, I don't know.
Okay, more Selena Kyle action in this section. I like this shot of her hand on Batman's cowl, showing how sharp her nails are. It's a sensual shot. And then we see a new overhead shot of the SUV driven by D.A. Coulson with Riddler's bomb collar on him. You can see Bruce darting down that aisle to intercept that boy, who I assume will be Mitchell's son, another son of a dead mayor, the way Bruce was. But from this angle, you can see that the SUV weirdly swerves, first to the left, mowing down several rows of chairs, but then turns right toward the steps. Even with the bomb collar, I just wonder how much Coulson would willingly run over a bunch of people in a church. Nashton may have actually rigged up his car to pilot it remotely, or designed the car in a way that it just chaotically mowed through this church, and Coulson only had so much control over it. And I love this. As it plows up the steps into a column, you can see Nashton standing creepily on the balcony watching them. This is actually a wider shot of another shot from the very first August 2020 teaser, but even in that angle, you can see Nashton standing motionless among the other people fleeing from that balcony. Moving on.
Cruel, poetic, or blind.
Okay, here Nashton say his next one. You can be cruel, poetic, or blind. Justice. Here's Justice on Justice League. Bruce on Justice League. Poetic. Nashton on Justice League.
It can be cruel, poetic, or blind.
As a district attorney, Coulson knows Justice League. Nashton's on this list. Justice League. Nashton blind eye as we see in this last season. So he's really thinking about it. The mirror is to dispense with justice. Justice is supposed to be treat each other. As the law so Nashton decides that's what justice should be. Here we see the terrifying stakes there's black detonating explosives and bands up beside the Gotham seawall with several simultaneous hits, causing the seawall to collapse and river water to flood the city streets, making the city a literal cesspool that described it as leading the shots we've seen of Batman leading a group of people through floodwaters and Batman another teaser covered in mud. Next clip.
Come on, vengeance. Let's get into some trouble.
Yeah, interesting how Selena calls him Vengeance, recalling how he described himself in the first teaser. And as Selena disguises herself in a nightclub, so does Bruce, not as Batman, but wearing a hoodie with white and black face paint. Looking a lot like that face paint gang that he beats up on the train platform. Just a little way of showing how he is learning from the people that he beats up. On to the final clip. Okay, Okay, so the Riddler gang attacks an event hosted by Bella Real with sniper rifles on that scaffolding, maybe intended to assassinate Real himself. But Batman crashes in from the ceiling and he and Selina take them all down. Notice how Batman hits them with a gun using the stock as a club, not shooting them. And then we get the title, which leads to the release date and a phrase written in the Riddler cipher at the bottom of the screen. Let's do it, baby. So if you use the substitution code that I derived for He Lies Still, the clue in the very first teaser, this translates to You are El Rata Alado, translating to You are the Winged Rat. So this ain't just a Batman trailer, it's Batman Rat, as we saw with the Riddler's rat torture by seeing like Batman as a dishonest extension of the disease of rat. It's actually what Roman launched a whole promo website, ratatalada.com, where you can answer riddles to unlock a GCP sketch of the Batman. Bond reveals a cipher that translates to stay vigilant, as we should stay vigilant for more clues as we look ahead to this film in March. I'm so excited.
Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more videos about your favorite comics, movies are coming soon. Join me on Patreon by Omaranger004. Your small donation helps run the channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.